your best pal Draymond had some funny things to say on his podcast.
Yeah.
He said that they would have beat the Rockets without KD, but wouldn't have beaten the Cavs without KD. So obviously, you're going to defend LeBron's legacy here.
Okay.
Why would he say these things?
Well, I don't know why Draymond would say these things other than the content, wheel keeps on spinning and he's got to create it. I haven't said anything about Andrew Wiggins lately. Skip's on vacation. Stephen A's on vacation. So his real passion of media criticism, he didn't have anything, new berries to pluck there. So instead he said, Steph couldn't create his own shot and they wouldn't have beaten the Cavs without KD. So do I agree with him? Yes, I do agree with him. Do I agree with him, though, that they would have beaten the 2018 Rockets? I actually don't. They almost lost the 2018 Rockets with KD. They're down 3-2 in that series, and then Chris Paul got hurt. But here is what I find interesting, and this is where I'm going to talk about LeBron. Because this is why I find the count the rings part of the GOAT debate so reductive and so boring. Because who is better, Michael Jordan or LeBron James? Something that should not factor into that debate at all is Kevin Durant's life decisions. But it ended up being maybe for most people the determining factor. Because let's say Draymond, who did play in these series, let's say he's correct that the Warriors would have lost to the Cavs in 2017 and 2018 without Kevin Durant. If that would have happened, LeBron would now be sitting here with 6 rings.
Yep.
And if LeBron had 6 rings, including a three-peat, which Draymond's talking about, then it would probably be 85-15 LeBron versus MJ as far as who the GOAT is. Instead, it's about 85-15 the other direction because it's 6 rings to 4 instead of 6 rings to 6. But Kevin Durant's life decisions should not be correlated at all with who's the better basketball player, Michael Jordan or LeBron James. Yeah. But it skews the debate more than just about anything imaginable. And so, yeah, I do agree I think the best we have ever seen LeBron, as good as he was in Miami, was the greatest stretch of his career was the final 3 games of the 2016 finals up until the first game of the 2018 finals. That's the J.R. Smith game.
Yeah.
And then, LeBron punches the wall in the locker room after the game, messes up his hand. They end up losing the last 3 games. But that playoff run in 2018 is the highest level of basketball anyone has ever played. He had 2 buzzer beaters to win games. He had 8 40-point games. He had 51, 8-8 in game 1 of the finals. I think it's the greatest game anyone's ever played, almost single-handedly beating that Warriors team. And KD was the difference. And so I just find, if you think Jordan or Kareem or Wilt or LeBron or hell, there's maybe a small case you made for Magic. Any of those guys are the greatest players ever. I will listen to you. But when it just comes down to
the amount of
just the rings, like that movie where, oh gosh, I forget the movie. It's like Paul Rudd's in it. Jason Segal's in it. They're arguing with these little kids, and the little black kid says to him, it's the only argument you have is 6 rings. And Jason Segal yells back in his face, it's the only argument I need,
something
Brian.
Bottles or gold bottles?
Gold, maybe role models.
Role models, yeah.
Someone telling you something in your ear. You thought they said gold bottles instead of role models. Trying to do I think I remember it. Oh, they're telling me, but I can't quite hear them correctly. Role models is the movie. But sorry, buddy. But that really is what it is.
Yeah.
It really is. And so I just find that argument to be a little banal and a little trite for what could be
a little banal and a little bit of trite. Yep. A little bit of banal and a little bit of trite.
All right. Well, there's not a
what?
little bit of.
Yeah.
Okay.
Banal.
Banal.
B-E-N-A-L.
B-A-N-A-L. Would you like me to read
banal
the definition?
Yeah.
Lacking in originality as to become obvious and boring.
Dude,
Is that not the perfect word?
Stellar use of banal.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Yep. Good job. You should work that into your, your lexicon. All right, what's next?
My lexicon. Let's do it.
Hey, thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button to get more from the show, and make sure to click the bell to get notified every time new content drops. Check out full episodes of What's Right wherever you get your podcasts, or just click the link in the description below.